What's going on, guys? Welcome to Architecture, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be covering one of the more annoying topics when it comes to working in Revit, and that is, well, the warnings. You know those little warnings that pop up in the bottom right corner when you're working? Well, sometimes they cannot be ignored, in other cases they can be ignored, but if you keep ignoring them, you're going to have a model that's quite messy, and it's going to have a lot of issues, and at some point you're going to have to go back and fix those warnings. So I'm going to be sharing with you a tool that's designed to help you out in those situations where you want to find all of the warnings. It's called Isolate Warnings, and it does, well, exactly that. It isolates warnings. It's a useful plugin. It's free. I just found it online and thought maybe it's going to be a good thing to kind of review it, show you how it works, and maybe it's going to be useful for some of you. So I'm going to include the link somewhere in the description below the video if you want to find that plugin, install it. As I said, it's free, so it's useful. And anyways, that's what this tutorial is going to be all about. Now, before I start with the tutorial, I would just like to ask you to like this tutorial. It helps me out a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Also, make sure to subscribe. I make useful Revit tutorials each week. I make multiple tutorials, and also I make courses. All of my courses are available on my website, balkanarchitect.com. That's going to be the first link just below the video. There you can also find some of my Revit templates, which can also be useful. And then also the second link in the description takes you to my Patreon page. There I include all of my Revit project files, like the file that we're going to be using for this project. It's a large, complex file that I've created a while back. It's an interesting building, and if you're interested in getting that, that's available on my Patreon. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get straight into Revit. And here we are in Revit. So this is the project that I chose. This is one of my, let me turn the shadows on. So this is one of my old student projects that they've created, and it's a jazz center plus a jazz school and something else, I don't know. So this is the actual project here in the center, and then we have the whole city for surroundings. Now the reason I chose this particular project for this demonstration is, of course, this being a last-minute student project, of course, I made many mistakes, and I'm sure there are many warnings that we can explore for this demonstration. So in order to view warnings for your projects, what you can simply do is navigate here to the Manage tab, and there here on the Inquiry panel we have the Review Warnings. So if you open this up, it's going to look, well, like this. Just like those little warnings that pop up in the lower right corner, you can kind of stretch them out, and here you can see all of the warnings. Now, of course, the problem is it doesn't really display them very well, and it's kind of annoying to have to read through all of them. So the way that you can view all of these warnings by using this useful plugin is to export all of the warnings. So if you click here on export, it's going to give you kind of the name of the file, error report, and it's going to save it as an HTML file. Hit save. So just to see, yeah, it's saved on my desktop, so perfect. Close this off, and now we can go here to the add-ins, and here I have my Isolate Warnings add-in. Now I'm going to leave the link to this plugin. It's a free plugin. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description of this video so you can get it. So I'm just going to open this up, and here, as you can see, it's going to say that this is the requires to read a HTML report. So you click OK, and then it allows you to find it anywhere on desktop. So I'm just going to go here to the Jazz Center error report, and let's open that up. So it's going to load it in, and then let's wait for a few moments. And here we go. It's going to look like this. So you're going to have two windows open up. One is going to be Isolate Warning Elements, and the second one is going to be Override Warning Elements. So here it kind of graphically displays using color where the warnings are, and it can be really useful. But in this project, because we have so many elements, it's kind of hard to kind of pinpoint the actual element. So in this particular case, I prefer the Isolate Warning Elements. And as you can see here, we have all of those elements. So I can zoom in here. For example, here we have some windows that have some errors. So let's select the window itself, go to Show related warnings, and then it's going to highlight, well, here's the warning. The reason is it's kind of overlapping with the wall, and you don't want that. So we can fix that. We can move it out of the way or whatever. So we have that warning. Then here we can select this thing, go to show related warnings, and there we go. So here is the warning. So this is overlapping, I guess, with this, so that's why it's giving us a warning, and so on. And of course you can access all of that from here by just selecting one of the elements, one of the green highlighted elements, such as this railing here. Go to show related warnings. So here I guess we have some warnings that are attached by miss, the highlighted. Anyways, there we go. So that's how this isolate warnings works. So it makes it a lot easier to find the places where you have warnings, and then you can either go ahead and change that, make a change so that warnings can disappear, or you can ignore it. So here it says may be ignored, so it says it's a warning. It's probably not right, but you can probably get away with ignoring it. So that's just something that I wanted to show you. So that's how this little helpful add-in works. So anyways, as I said, if you would like to get this project file, this whole project file, and let's just open up the regular 3D view again. There we go. So nothing's messed up. You can of course close these two windows out. So if you're interested in this project file, it's available on my Patreon page. You can find the link to that in the description. That's going to be the second link. There you can find this project file, as well as all of my other Revit project files, and also some of my advanced courses. Now, all of my courses, both the beginner, intermediate, as well as advanced courses, as well as my Balkan Architect Revit templates, are available on my website, balkanarchitect.com, and the link to that is going to be the second link in the description, so make sure to check it out. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this quick little tutorial. Tell me in the comment section below, was it helpful, and do you intend on getting this this little add-in and using it, the isolate warnings add-in, and have you used it perhaps, and do you like it? Okay, so that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video, and I'll see you with another Balkan Architect tutorial in a few days. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.